Did you know that some of rock's most jaw-dropping guitar wizards never even made the magazine covers? The ones whose solos could melt an arena, yet most fans don't even know their names? From players so fast, their own bandmates struggled to keep up, to innovators who secretly rewrote the rules of rock, blues, and jazz. These are the quiet giants hiding in plain sight. Today we're cranking the amp to 11 and shining a spotlight on 13 of the most underrated guitarists nobody talks about. They bent strings, bent genres, and bent minds, shaping the sound of entire decades while staying just outside the spotlight. This list will change the way you hear the guitar forever. Grab your headphones and get ready, because you're about to meet 13 unsung heroes who deserve to stand shoulder to shoulder with the legends. Rory Gallagher, Ireland's fire-breathing blues messenger. Before blues rock swept across Europe, Rory Gallagher turned his old Fender Strat into a fire-breathing machine. Born in Ballyshannon, Ireland, he brought street spirit to every note. Fiery, and utterly genuine. Live tracks like Tattooed Lady, A Million Miles Away, and the album Irish Tour 74 prove that Rory is more than just a guitarist. He's a living blues story. Gallagher's signature blend of lightning-fast technique and raw emotion is remarkable. He can go from fiery slide blues to furious rock riffs with raw soul. Eric Clapton once admitted that he was deeply influenced by the way Rory made the guitar sing for him. Though he never dominated the charts or became a media sensation, Gallagher has inspired countless guitarists from The Edge, U2, to Brian May, Queen. He proves that fame doesn't define worth. With just a Strat and a burning heart, Rory Gallagher left an irreplaceable blues rock legacy. Glen Campbell, the studio ace who brought country to rock heights. Before he became famous for hits like Rhinestone Cowboy, Glen Campbell was one of the most celebrated session guitarists of the 1960s. As a member of the legendary recording group The Wrecking Crew, he appeared on countless records by the Beach Boys, Frank Sinatra, and many other top artists, bringing his smooth yet powerful guitar signature to the table. Campbell's precise flat picking and ability to blend a variety of styles, from country to folk to pop and rock, allowed him to transition effortlessly from soulful licks to high-energy solos. Listening to him perform Gentle on My Mind or the instrumental Classical Gas, you can hear his superior virtuosity yet natural ease. Although his singing career made him a huge star, Campbell never abandoned his guitar. He proved that a country artist could be on par with rock guitarists with his precise sense of melody and speed. Glen Campbell will forever be remembered as the bridge that brought country deep into the world of rock and pop. Gary Moore, the Celtic soul bender of electric blues. In the world of blues rock, Gary Moore is a name that has a strong Irish presence but shines globally. Originally from Belfast, he quickly gained attention with the band Skid Row and then joined the ranks of Thin Lizzy, where his guitar playing exploded with riffs that were both fierce and lyrical.
His solo album, Still Got the Blues, 1990, catapulted Moore to the top, cementing his place as a master of blending Celtic emotion with the electronic power of modern blues. Classics like Parisienne Walkways, The Loner, and Over the Hills and Far Away showcased his ability to make the guitar cry, laugh, and sing like a human voice. Moore's special thing is the expressiveness of each string bend. Each extended note sounds like a wail, each riff like a thunderclap. Everyone from Eric Clapton to Joe Bonamassa has acknowledged his influence. Though he passed away in 2011, Gary Moore lives on in every modern blues rock sound. He didn't just play guitar, he infused his Irish soul into electric blues, leaving a powerful and profound legacy for generations of guitarists. Nigel Tufnel, the satirical shredder who literally went to 11. Not all guitar legends are real. Nigel Tufnel, the fictional guitarist of the mock rock band Spinal Tap, became an icon thanks to his unique combination of technical virtuosity and wry humor. His portrayal by Christopher Guest in the 1984 mock documentary This Is Spinal Tap established Tufnel as a rock legend of his own. Tufnel is best remembered for his famous amplifier quote, "These go to 11, a perfect illustration of the always louder, always wilder spirit of rock music." But behind the jokes are some truly masterful solos, blending the hard rock and heavy metal styles of the 70s and 80s. The character became a humorous reflection of guitarists who loved speed, volume, and sometimes too much. Real musicians still cite Tufnel as a reminder that rock isn't just about technique, it's about fun and freedom. Nigel Tufnel proves, sometimes being legendary just requires turning the volume up to 11. Steve Morse, the precision rebel who could play it all. When it comes to sheer versatility, Steve Morse is a rare breed. Tommy Bolin burst onto the scene in the early 1970s with his fearless blend of jazz, rock, and funk. He made his mark on Billy Cobham's Spectrum, where Latin-infused riffs met complex jazz beats, paving the way for fusion rock. Joining Deep Purple on Come Taste the Band, Bolin brought a fresh energy, pushing the veteran band into a more modern and free-spirited sound. His solo album, Teaser, further established his genre-crossing talents. From the fiery rock, The Grind, to the luscious Latin melody, Savannah Woman. Bolin's appeal was his absolute freedom. He didn't play to impress, but to explore. Sadly, at the height of his career, Bolin died at the age of 25, leaving behind a legacy of recordings that the guitar world mourns. Though brief, Tommy Bolin's legacy shines like a star that flashes but never goes out. Danny Gatton, the Telecaster thunderstorm the world slept on. Nicknamed the Humbler, Danny Gatton was a guitarist revered by professionals but little known to the public. Hailing from Washington, D.C., he blended rockabilly, country, blues, and jazz into a unique sound that no one could imitate. His album 88 Elmira Street is a perfect example. Listen to Funky Mama, and you'll hear him switch from lightning speed to soulful blues in the blink of an eye. Gatton's hybrid picking and Telecaster control put legends like Eric Clapton and Les Paul in awe. Despite his mastery, he remained humble and avoided the limelight, which only served to further alienate him outside the professional world. Before his death in 1994, Gatton left behind a musical treasure trove that every guitarist should learn from. Danny Gatton proves that sometimes true genius chooses to stand aside from all the glitz, letting the sound tell its own great story. Mick Ronson, the glam architect behind Bowie's boldest sounds. In the 70s rock universe, Mick Ronson was the sound brain behind David Bowie's legendary Ziggy Stardust era. Hailing from Yorkshire, England, Ronson provided Bowie with layers of blazing Les Paul guitar and luxurious synths, turning albums like The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars and Aladdin Sane into masterpieces. What made Ronson special was his ability to blend traditional blues with glam rock glamour, creating melodies that were both powerful and sensual. His solo on Moonage Daydream is considered the epitome of emotional balance and technique. In addition to Bowie, Ronson also helped shape the sound of Lou Reed on Transformer and Ian Hunter, proving that he was not just someone's right-hand man, but a true creative artist. Despite always staying away from the limelight, Mick Ronson's music resonated, deeply influencing many guitarists after him, affirming his position as a silent architect of glam rock. Rik Emmett, the shape-shifting virtuoso with a poet's heart. In the world of hard rock, few are as versatile as Triumph's Rik Emmett. He can unleash a blistering riff on Lay It on the Line or Magic Power, then instantly transition into a classic fingerstyle with flair. Emmett's blend of rock, jazz, blues, and even flamenco has created an unmistakable style, turning every performance into a multifaceted musical journey. What makes Rik Emmett special is his ability to put emotion first. Despite his masterful technique, he always lets the melody lead the way, making each note tell its own story. In addition to his role as guitarist, Emmett is also a singer, songwriter, and poet, demonstrating an artistic depth that goes beyond the boundaries of a pure rocker. After leaving Triumph, Emmett continued to release solo albums that explored many genres, proving that his creative passion never waned. Shawn Lane, the lightning-handed visionary of fusion. Few in the guitar world can match Shawn Lane's speed and precision. Born in Memphis, he played professionally as a teenager with the band Black Oak, Arkansas, but it was his solo career that truly showcased his talent. His album, Powers of 10, is a shining example. Fast, yet musically rich runs that blend jazz, rock, and Indian influences. What made Lane special was not just his blistering speed, but his ability to shift emotions within a solo. He could take the breath away with a blistering string of notes and then melt hearts with a smooth, soulful melody. Legends like John Petrucci and Guthrie Govan considered Lane the epitome of technique and soul. Though he died too soon at the age of 40, Shawn Lane left behind a legacy that every modern guitarist should admire, a dazzling vision of what the guitar could achieve. Elliott Ingber, the fuzz-drenched explorer of psychedelic frontiers. Elliott Ingber was an enigmatic pioneer of the 1960s psychedelic wave. From his early days with Frank Zappa's Mothers of Invention, he created stunning fuzz-filled guitars and distortion on Freak Out, a milestone in experimental rock. Ingber continued to push the boundaries of sound with Captain Beefheart on the Spotlight Kid, where he blended blues, free jazz, and rock like no other. With Fraternity of Man, he also made his mark on the cult classic Don't Bogart That Joint, an iconic anthem of counterculture. What set Ingber apart was his ability to turn each solo into a surreal sonic journey. Gravity-defying melodies, unexpected tempos, and wild sound effects. Though he didn't receive much publicity, guitarists from underground to indie have cited him as an inspiration. Allen Collins, the Southern flame that set Freebird soaring. In the history of Southern rock, Allen Collins is the soul that made long ballads legendary. As co-lead guitarist of Lynyrd Skynyrd, Collins carved his name with the classic solo on Freebird, where each note felt like a strong wind blowing the audience away. Collins' highlight was his ability to blend Southern blues with the ferocity of rock, creating a sound that was both wild and soulful. Songs like Tuesday's Gone and Gimme Back My Bullets were marked by smooth yet emotional lead guitar lines, making him the group's distinctive voice. Tragedy struck when Collins was paralyzed in a car accident in 1986, ending his performing career. Yet his influence still resonates. From Southern rock bands to modern guitarists who always try to tell stories with their guitars. Allen Collins proves that an emotional solo can live on forever, becoming an everlasting symbol of the American South. Rick Nielsen, the mischief maker, who turned power pop into a riot. If you had to name the funniest and most explosive guitarist in American rock, Rick Nielsen would be at the top of the list. As the creative heart of Cheap Trick, he turned every show into a visual spectacle with his unique checkered guitars and, most notably, his legendary five-neck monster. But beneath that playful exterior was a highly sophisticated guitar technique. Nielsen combined Chuck Berry-esque licks with punk energy, creating a string of timeless hits like Surrender, I Want You to Want Me, and Dream Police. His style helped define power pop, laying the foundation for the alternative rock movement that followed. With a collection of more than 500 guitars and a relentless creative spirit, Nielsen has had a profound influence on bands like Green Day and Weezer. Though he himself is rarely considered a mainstream guitar hero, Rick Nielsen is living proof that witty rebellion, combined with supreme talent, can create a lasting musical legacy that transcends time. Tommy Bolin, the fearless innovator gone too soon. Tommy Bolin burst onto the scene in the early 1970s with his daring fusion of jazz, rock, and funk. He made his mark on Billy Cobham's spectrum, where Latin-influenced riffs met complex jazz beats, paving the way for fusion rock. Joining Deep Purple on Come Taste the Band, Bolin brought a fresh energy, taking the veteran band into a more modern and free-spirited sound. His solo album Teaser further established his genre-crossing talents, from the fiery rock, The Grind, to the luscious Latin melody, Savannah Woman. Bolin's appeal was his absolute freedom. He played not to impress, but to explore. Sadly, at the height of his career, Bolin died at the age of 25, leaving behind a legacy of recordings that the guitar world mourned. Though short-lived, Tommy Bolin's legacy shines like a star that flashes but never goes out. These are 13 guitarists who ignited the fire of rock but remained quietly out of the spotlight. They bent every limit, turned every note into a story, and left behind a musical legacy that the world continues to discover. Do you know any other silent heroes who deserve to be on this list? Leave a comment with your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. And if you don't want to miss out on the next surprising rock exploration journey, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. There are many hidden legends waiting for us to discover. Rock isn't over yet. See you in the next video.